We bade farewell to the tranquility of Mor Gabriel and set out on the long journey to Iraq, the third country that, along with Syria and Turkey, made up the Arameans' homeland. After overcoming a few unexpected bureaucratic problems, we arrived at the Marmatai Monastery in the region of Mosul. Renovation work is in full swing. Workers go about their business as we visit the chapel that houses the tombs of Marmatai and other saints. Among them is Gregorius Baribroio, who lived in the 13th century and is the most famous of all Syriac writers. Mar Banam is one of Iraq's most impressive monasteries. It was built on the site where, in around 382 AD, Prince Banam was murdered with his sister Sarah and 40 other Christians by order of his father Sennacherib, Lord of Nimrod, who would not tolerate his children's conversion to the religion of Christ. The building is considered the finest medieval Christian monument in Iraq. The church was built in the 12th or 13th century and has two magnificent bas reliefs, one of Mar Banam on horseback triumphing over the devil, the other of Saint Sarah being baptized. Copies have been incorporated into the facade in place of the vandalized originals. Behind the monastery, on the actual site of the massacre, is a mausoleum that houses the remains of the two saints and the faithful who died with them while praying for the forgiveness of their persecutors. In the Iraqi villages inhabited by Syriac Christians, many churches have been destroyed by the ravages of time. But, as in Bartala, near Mosul, many new places of worship and community activity have been built in recent years. The Church of Mar Shmuni boasts a font that dates back to 1343. In Jerusalem, as we look over the rooftops and terraces on the slopes of the Hill of Zion, our attention is drawn to the little bell tower of St. Mark's Monastery. The monastery can only be reached on foot after threading one's way through the maze of tiny streets and alleys of the Tower of David area. It was built on the ancient site of the evangelist's home. An inscription in medieval Syriac, discovered in 1940 to the left of the main entrance to the monastery's church, testifies to this. It reads,
"This is the house of Mary, mother of John called Mark, proclaimed Church of the Holy Apostles and named after the Virgin Mary, Mother of God, following the ascension to heaven of our Lord Jesus Christ, restored after the destruction of Jerusalem by Titus in the year of the Lord 73.
After the Syrian Orthodox Church lost its other churches and properties here in the Holy City, the monastery became, and still is, the Archbishop's seat and center of Jerusalem's Syriac community. Tradition holds that this painting on leather of the Virgin and Child, of which a number of copies can be seen in many famous sanctuaries, is in fact a true portrait of Christ's mother, painted by St. Luke. Syrian Orthodox Christians are also present in Bethlehem. This Syriac church stands beside the spot where tradition has it that the three wise men rested while following the star. Tradition also declares that it stands on the very site of the inn where Joseph and Mary failed to find room. Given Mary's impending labor, they were forced to take shelter in the grotto, which has now been incorporated into the nearby Basilica of the Nativity.